sit down when all should be standing? And why do we back down at the critical moment, like running away from the waves of the ocean? We head for the hills, the high tide approaching.
Hey guys, it's Kevin O'Neill here, Political Action Committee Chairman for Hillsborough Libertarians. We got Bryan Zemina with us again.
I'm back.
Yeah, we got some topics to talk about. So,
Yes.
You had a passion for getting fraud and corruption
Absolutely.
out of Tallahassee, out of these. We joke around calling it the duopoly party, the right and the left, and here you are, NPA'er for 10 plus years. He did join up with the Libertarians this past week, which is a big get for us. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
So, what are your thoughts on how campaigns are financed now? How we can best protect, basically consumer rights and have them represented properly in Tallahassee?
Okay. So I'm glad you asked me that. There was campaign finance legislation put in place a few years ago that really tried to combat the massive donations that candidates could get that would basically put them in the pocket of whoever the individual was or the company was or the group was that was donating to them. Unfortunately, these laws weren't enough, as it allowed for a little, almost a subscript to the law to be included, something called affiliated political party committees. Now, that tongue twister in the mouth there, what that really means is that there is a group that any person, any two people or company or anything can create that actually is able to accept donations that are not recorded and not reported to the state. And they can then take those donations and donate them to any candidate of their choice with no limit. So you can really set up and have a special interest group that's focused on one little issue that maybe the minority of the people actually are for, and push a politician and get him a massive amount of money. Once he gets elected, he then represents that little minority group of people in lieu of what the actual people want.
So, for your race, for Florida House of Representatives, what's the one-person maximum contribution they can make now?
The current individual maximum contribution is $1,000.
$1,000.
Not pushing that.
And what if it was coming from this PAC or this committee structure thing you were speaking about? What would the limit be then?
There is no limit.
So it's unlimited.
And that's the crazy thing about it. There is no limit. And it specifically says that in the law. It was intentionally written into the law to make sure that on paper the campaign finances were being looked at and were being attacked. But in reality, they're not.
So we have all these statutes constraining donations, $1,000 for a person. We hear about this all the time, campaign finance, and now you're basically saying all these years we've been talking about campaign finance, they've been developing their own little vehicle to move money into their campaigns surreptitiously, so to speak,
Exactly.
through these acronym of APPCs.
Yes.
So what do you want to do about it, Mr. Representative, Mr. Future Representative?
So what I really want to do is make sure that every single dollar that's donated is actually able to be tracked, and that the campaign donation limits are truly adhered to, so that you don't have, like I was saying before, so you don't have a candidate that is out there that is taking a large lump sum of money from a very specific special interest group, or even a person for that matter, someone who may want to buy a piece of public land that may or may not be up for debate. Well, if you get a candidate elected that you put $100,000, $250,000 into their campaign, don't you think they'd be a little indebted to you to try to push forward legislation to allow you to buy that property?
Yeah, I do. I consider that complicit in some type of fraud, I guess, basically.
I can't say that. I won't say that.
I could say that. But whatever the case might be, it's certainly not full disclosure.
It is not.
Certainly not sunshine laws, styled managing of funds going into a campaign.
On a broad level, politicians should not be able to be bought. I think we can all agree with that. And this loophole that was put into the campaign finance reform laws allows politicians to still be bought. We're never going to be able to stop a private group on their own from going off and running ads for whatever it may be, and they should be allowed to do that. But no individual group, company, whatever it may be, should be able to literally buy a candidate. that goes
Unless we can at
contrary.
least see who's buying them, I guess, right? We could probably argue about limits
Yes,
and stuff, but let's
correct.
know who these people
Correct.
are.
And right now it's completely in the dark because these APPCs don't have to report any of their donations. Nothing.
Okay, so you're focused on this. This is good.
Yes.
And, so it sounds like you could make a real simple bill. Just scratch out the ability for this existing
That would be a massive
group
start in the right direction. Absolutely.
to fund individual campaigns
Correct.
for office. So that's awesome. So I can't wait to hear more about this in the future, Bryan
Absolutely.
Zemina.
Love to talk about it.
We're going to check out his website. He's got his bio up there, his resume, and as we go through this topic, we'll put other topics up there. So
Absolutely.
send the link to your friends and family as well, folks. Thanks for the time here.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be back in touch with him shortly.
Alright.